Grenadians, I want you to understand this. Listen to me carefully. Give me a hearing aid. Now, here is the vicious plan that is being hatched on you. Okay? Now, if you notice, in the last budget, the 2026 proposed budget, the PM has allocated millions of dollars, close to $50 million, okay, pretty much to himself in what I would call a slush fund, okay? And in the budget, they said that that money would be for clubs and organizations. But I want you to understand, do not be deceived by these charlatans. In some respects, that is the very hard-earned taxpayers' money that they are going to use to help fund the campaign. This, I believe, is the plan. Okay? They're going to use your hard-earned taxpayers' money in some respects to fund the campaign, fund their associates, and pay them off, okay, to do whatever they have to do in this campaign to ensure that they try to get the second term so they can come back and continue to take advantage of you and give you pennies on the dollar while they continue to self-enrich. Now, I want you to see through the plan. This is a plan. Just like when they came in and found $500 million in the treasury, they took it and went on a spending spree in the name of some 50th anniversary of independence. So while you are intoxicated with bright lights and shows, guess what? They were enriching themselves and enriching their associates on the backs of the Grenadian taxpayer. So I want you to understand what's going on. I want you to show to them that in this fight of David against Goliath, that you, the people of Grenada, the David, will win over this charlatanistic Goliath. Their crew. That is why it's important for you to support our cause. Because our cause is a righteous cause. I'll tell you something, and I'll start posting videos so you can see. After Beryl, while they had farmers desperate, waiting, and empty-handed, weeks, guess what we did? We started a fundraiser, and we took care of farmers, okay? We took care of farmers, helping them to restore their farm. So within 2 weeks, all of this was done. Whereas farmers were waiting on them to help them had to wait forever before they get a little bit of help. We were able to raise funds for farmers, okay, where they could clean up their farm, clear the roads towards their farm, and take care of salaries for the people who are working on the farm. You know, I didn't have to tell you guys that because we did it in secret after Beryl. And you know what the scriptures say? Those who do it in secret shall be rewarded openly. So I didn't have to tell you that, but I'm telling you this to illustrate to you that the cause we have right now is much bigger. The cause to stem the tide and the flow of resurgent socialist Marxism in Grenada is even greater. Okay? And is even more dangerous to the collective well-being of Grenadians. So that's why it's even more critical that you give your support to Honovi, okay? So we can continue to bring awareness, which leads to education and ultimately liberation of Grenada from charlatans and incompetence. This is a fight. This is a serious struggle for the soul of Grenada. And I want you to understand the severity of the situation. If you don't win in this Armageddon-like fight and struggle in this upcoming election, I want you to understand that Grenada, which is slowly transforming into a radical leftist hegemony, okay, will be ultimately transformed into a socialist Marxist kingdom where the hustlers will be the ones at the top, riding the backs of Grenadians and enriching themselves. This is what we're facing. This cause is severe. Because I am telling you, if you think that you suffered within the last 4 years, you would see what would happen to you if these charlatans, okay, remain at the hem of Grenadian society. You're done. It's over. Do the right thing. Support Honovi Global so we can support you and ensure a brighter, prosperous, secure future for Grenada. One that is not filled with socialist Marxist sympathizers pretty much directing the policies of government, and charlatans strangling the people of Grenada, all while they control the finance and the purse of Grenada. They are not going to help you. They are going to help themselves. You have seen what they have done. So the choice is yours. You have one chance to protect Grenada and to liberate Grenada. The question you have to ask yourselves is, are you ready to do this? Honovi Global can only do so much. You have to come on board, and together we can achieve this. So please share, subscribe, and support our efforts. Support for Honovi is a support for yourselves. So take a look at this, how the farm road to the farm was littered with debris, broken down trees, massive trees in some cases. This is how we met it. And you'll see how, with our support, how we transformed it. And this is the very day after Beryl calmed down. Okay, so we didn't wait, because the amount of headaches and hassles that farmers had to go through to get a little bit of help, we couldn't wait. Take a look at this.
Oh, Grenada, how have you been laid bare? Red dirt on your shoulders, salt in your hair. My beautiful maiden, stripped at her open breast. Ships cut through your harbors, iron on your chest. But your sons and daughters will rise for you, bare feet on the hill in the morning dew. Voices like thunder through rusted air. We will cover your shame, we will answer this prayer. Oh, Grenada, we'll liberate you. Rum stains on the table, ash in the sugar cane. Old flags.
And this is me now, giving a little update to the people who are supporting me. Hi guys, thank you so much. I just want you to know that we do appreciate all that you're doing and continue to do, and wanted to update you a little bit so you can see exactly what is taking place towards clearing the Mount Stanhope Road in St. Mark's. It's a farm access road that we're trying to clear, and I really appreciate your efforts, and just wanted to give you a little update so you can see what's going on. The kids have gotten involved, you know, people have gotten involved and are trying to make it happen. Thanks again, guys. Hey guys, had to give you an update as to what is going on and to show that your support is, well received and is being put to use. And basically, you have a little vid where a portion of the road is actually absolutely cleared. Still a little bit of work to be done, but they're looking good. At least it's passable. There's another section that needs some more work. So I really appreciate. Again, thank you so much. You've been extremely helpful, and we're trying to make this happen. So we had gotten the road cleared, and it was relatively passable to a certain area. But then there was a massive tree that was damaged by Hurricane Beryl. That fell, collapsed. So we had to clear that, to get the chainsaws and everything like that. Made arrangements, and we had to clear that, to clear the road even further up to the farms. Take a look at this.
Oh, Grenada. Oh, Grenada. We will liberate you.
Now this is what your funding, your donations can achieve when it goes directly to the people who needs it most. Not a regional organization, not no international organization, not no government, or anyone who would engage in partisan politics and fund their friends and their party insiders. But your funds, your donations goes directly to the people who needs it most.
You see the branch I'm talking about? That kind of afraid to fall on.
For the people who really followed this effort and it was dear to their heart and took up their resources and put into it, I really appreciate that. And that's why I'm happy to show you these vids where that road is, as I said, it's majorly cleared. And hey, here we go. So there you have it, guys. I didn't have to tell you about this, but I wanted to illustrate what we were able to achieve with your support right after Beryl. Okay? While governments and all sorts of people were receiving hundreds of millions of dollars and skimming it for themselves, obviously, there's a lot of that didn't trickle down to the regular man. Guess what? Individually, Honovi stayed right here and supported some farmers. And you guys always say St. Mark's is the worst and the poorest parish. Supported them so they could have cleared the road back to the farm, put people back to work. And for the time in between, we were able to help pay their salaries. Okay? This is what Honovi was able to achieve. All right? So I'm saying to you right now that the cause is even greater. That sharing our videos right now is even more important. Subscribing is more important because we have a monumental task, okay, to bring awareness to each and every Grenadian, okay, and then ultimately that awareness translates into education so they understand what's going on in their country. And finally, that will lead to liberation from charlatans and their socialist Marxist sympathizers. So you guys got to come on board to help us in our effort. And together we would block and stop the resurgent socialist Marxist influence in Grenada. Protect the future of Grenada. Secure your future, your children's future, and your grandchildren's future. Support Honovi. Long live the people of Grenada. Not charlatans, not leadership that would punks, would take advantage of the people of Grenada. Long live the people of Grenada. Thank you for your support. Please share, subscribe, and support us in our efforts.